Today we are going to talk about this application whose name is P-Value, a statistical application, and this is available on Google Play Store. So let's begin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Just click on the application. Remember that you need to register yourself in this application before using it. You will have to create your account. You will have to give your full name, your email and your password here in this application. Once you register yourself, then you will be able to analyze your data and use this application. So this application, when opened, you will see two buttons here. The first button shown is the sample size, and another second button below that is the analysis, where you will see different tests. So first let's click on the sample size. Once you click on the sample size, it will ask you different questions. You will have to answer those questions. For example, is there any comparison? Yes or no. For example, we say yes, there is a comparison. Then you will have to select choose any of the following. So comparison between two proportions of different sample, whether it is comparison between two means of different sample, or the third one, for example, comparison between two medians of different samples, between two proportions of different samples. Let's suppose we want between two means. So I clicked here, and then it will ask you some more questions, and the first question is the standard deviation. So just need to put the standard deviation. For example, it's 5. Minimum difference of mean to be detected, 1, for example, and then you just need to click on calculate. Your sample size will be 392. Go back. Now let's click on no button. Then it will ask you about whether it is qualitative or quantitative. For example, it's quantitative. Next, it will ask about standard deviation. So put your standard deviation here, allowable error, and then click calculate. Your sample size will be 15. Okay, now let's come to the analysis button. Here in the analysis, there are different tests available that you can use. The first test is the chi-square test, significance of difference in two proportions of different samples. The second test is again the chi-square. The third is the unpaired t-test. The fourth is Anova Test. 5 is Mann-Whitney. 6 Kruskal-Wallis, and so on. For example, I click on the unpaired t-test. It is asking some questions, and you will have to answer those questions. The first question is about the number of subjects in one sample. The second is about the number of subjects in another sample. And then mean of one sample. Let's suppose the mean is 45. Standard deviation of one sample. Standard deviation is, let's suppose, 2. Mean of the other sample is 56. Standard deviation of that sample is 3. So click on calculate button. Then it will calculate for you the unpaired t-test value, the degree of freedom, and the p-value. Let's click on Anova Test. Again the same questions, but about 3 different groups. Number of subjects in first group, second group, and third group. And then sum of the observations in first sample, in the second, and in the third, and then sum of the squares of each observations of all the groups. Below that, all the answers will be given to you. So let's put sample sizes here. Sum of the observations 50, 60, 55. Sum of the squares of each observations of all the groups 44, and then click calculate. Go back. This is pair t-test. This one is Mann-Whitney test. And then we have Kruskal-Wallis. We have like repeated Anova. So just fills the values here and then click calculate button. So correlation and relation between two variables. Number of subjects, sum of x, sum of y's, sum of x into y, sum of x squares, sum of y squares, and then Pearson correlation. So this was all about this application. It's a very beautiful application. You can use it for the analysis of your data. So thank you for watching. Bye.